YouTubers, Harpy189, and the voices in my head coming at you from the Duelist Den. And for today's discussion video, we're going to be going over a topic that was first brought forth about 4 months ago from GlasgowYGO. Now, in GlasgowYGO's video, he pretty much said that advice from YugiTubers is essentially irrelevant as far as learning competitive decks and getting competitive advice for, competitive Yu-Gi-Oh scenes such as regionals and YCS and things like that. He brought up several points, and I understand where he's coming from on some of these points, but I just don't agree with all of them. Now, it is 4 months after his original video, and people are actually still going, talking about this and discussing this. And that's something I find really interesting, that a subject like that is still going on for so long. There are a lot of big-time YouTube channels that have made responses to it. Nyhmnim, APS, Mega Capital G. Well, actually, I'm not sure if APS put one up, but I know Mega Capital G put one up. I think Sladra might have put one up. There are a ton of channels who've put up responses to this. It's gotten a lot of conversation, a lot of discussion about it. Nyhmnim, his response video was actually the one the most noted. He pretty much said that Yu-Gi-Oh! Or YugiTubers on YouTube actually do suck. And his main point was that we suck because we don't have, a shit ton of regional or national or YCS tops under our belt. Well, okay, that is true. Most YugiTubers, even the big names, they don't have a lot of those tops under their belts. There are a couple of YugiTubers, such as John from House Champs. He has a top under his belt from like several years ago. But just because you don't have a top doesn't mean that you're not good at this game. And I'm gonna bring up several points to kind of contradict Nyhmnim and Cap G and Sladra, or not Sladra, but GlasgowYGO. And I just think, they are misinformed. Now, one of GlasgowYGO's biggest topics was that the majority of the people who come on YouTube to get deck advice and tips on deck building and strategies are not competitive players. They are mainly local-based players, or people just do it with their friends, things like that. Well, I don't know. I didn't check those numbers. I probably should have, but I didn't. But I would imagine that, yeah, the vast majority of people who get on here are not, top competitive players. It's people who want to become top competitive players. So they're looking for the next great combo, the next unbreakable board, the next unbeatable deck. People who are at that point in their competitive career, who do top a lot, who do make those nats, or who do make it to nats, do make it to worlds, they don't need that advice. They're already there. So the people who aren't there but want to get there, they're the ones who are watching the channels. They're the ones who are looking for the decks. They are the ones who are looking for the combos and the tech cards and things like that. And GlasgowYGO made a very good point in his video. A lot of his friends don't tell him about these great new tech cards that they just found, sitting in their old boxes. They're getting all dusty and torn up and shit like that. They actually do make, great tech cards for the modern decks and stuff like that, but are old as shit cards, And yeah, I understand that, your friends aren't going to tell you, their big secret if you're just going to go posting it all over your YouTube channel. And that's why, I think, if you're doing YouTube channels and you are a big name and people do watch you, you gotta actually do kind of draw that line, and, don't ask your buddies for those, If they tell you, great, but if they confide in you in confidence, don't betray that confidence, or, like, wait till they win and then be the one who does, the expose on the tech card or the combo or whatever, Take your, don't expect your friends, to let you just post their huge secret weapon on your channel, but, do, a lot, see if they will let you be the one who does the video when they win using that tech card, or when they win using that combo or top, or using those cards. You can still use that to your advantage. Another point he made, again, it's the we don't top. Well, you don't need to top to know what you're doing in this game. Okay, It's sort of like boxing. Some of the best boxers in the world are on the streets. You know, they don't box, you know, as competitively as big names, you know, like Muhammad Ali. You know, he's considered one of the best boxers in the world. I bet you anything there's a street boxer, you know, someone who, down in the slumps, you know, who hasn't pursued as a career. You know, there's probably someone like that who could probably kick Muhammad Ali's ass. I mean, who the hell knows? I mean, boxers will admit the best boxers in the game come from the streets. And it's the same with Yu-Gi-Oh! Some of the best duelists are the ones who don't try to go for those tops. The ones who know they can do it, but they don't feel the drive to, you know, go there and get their nats, get the worlds, you know, top regionals or YCSs, you know. The guy who trained me, his name was Brandon Reed. He's the one that got me into this game. It didn't matter how good I got at the game. Now, he doesn't play it very much anymore. I hope one day, you know, he watches this video, and this is my official challenge to you. I'm going to kick your ass one day, Brandon Reed. But anyway, he was a street duelist. He never performed competitively. He never performed in a YCS or regional or anything like that. You know, and it didn't matter how good I got or what cards I used. I was never able to beat his ass in a duel. Never once. He's the only person that I have never, ever once beaten in a duel. Ever. You know, and I'm not talking like somebody who I've only ever dueled once and they kicked my ass. I'm talking like somebody who I dueled on a regular fucking basis. I was never beat his ass. He was a street duelist. You know, yeah, he still followed the Forbidden and Limited list, but he was a street duelist. He was still one of the best duelists in the world. I guarantee you, if he was still in this game, he would be one of the best duelists in the world. Whether he, you know, went to Nats or anything like that, you know. If he stayed in the game, I guarantee you he would be one of the best duelists in the world, whether he won Nats or went to Nats or had YCS or regional tops or anything like that. I guarantee it. But back to my point, the point is, you know, some of the best duelists in the world are street duelists. They know what they're doing. They know card interactions. They know how game states work, things like that. But they don't have YCS or Nats tops or anything like that because they don't want to do that, you know. They don't want to get into that whole competitive scene where it's just, you know, I've got to win under any circumstances. They play the game to enjoy it, and they still are the best. Now, as far as what it takes to become an expert, a lot of people just say, you know, dedication and practice. But the question is, how much? Well, that question has actually been answered. There is a psychologist. His name is Dr. Anders Ericsson, and he actually did a study on what it takes to perform greatness or to become an expert in any subject. Now, his main points were, of course, you know, the practice, the dedication, the perseverance, you know, all those points. But he actually did a research paper, I think it is, but he wrote some sort of thesis or paper or some sort. The point is, he got his work published, okay? And let me see here. I gotta get to the picture of it on my tablet, or get to where it is on my tablet. I really should have this more organized. But anyway, like I said, he had a topic published over this. It is called Deliberate Practice is the name of the paper, and I will leave a link to that research in the description box below so you can go see it. But he lists several things that is key, and one thing that he is quoted on most often than not is that it takes 10,000 hours of deliberate practice and study and dedication to any one field in order to become an expert. And the numbers he used was 20 hours a week at 50 weeks a year for 10 years. Now, you can do the math yourself on a calculator or whatever, but I did the math. Most pro players, most people who are truly dedicated to the game, spend an average of 30 to 40 hours a week studying cards, you know, studying card interactions, understanding game states, building decks, dueling, things like that, practicing, essentially. They dedicate themselves to it at least 40 hours. Most people do. Now, some people can only afford to do the 20 hours because they've got jobs and families and things like that, and that's understandable. I'm a single dad. I work at Domino's, and you know, granted, I do find the time to get the 40 hours in, but on that same note, me and my son, Despot 000, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh is something we enjoy together, so we can do those practice, so I can practice with him, and get my practice in at the same time. And if you think, well, he's only, 7 years old, he can't be all that good. Well, I actually have a video of him whooping my ass. That's just how good I have taught him. He is something he enjoys doing, and it's something I enjoy doing with him. Now, back to the whole 10,000 hours thing. Let's say, you can get those 40 hours in a week. Now, you do the math yourself, but I figured it up at 40 hours a week times 52 weeks in the year. That comes to about 2,080 some odd hours in the year. Now, you multiply that by 5, and it would take you 5 years to become an expert in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, you take someone like me who's been doing this for 15 years, 15 years of dedication and practice and training. Yeah, I don't have a regional top. I don't have a YCS top. I've never been to Nats or Worlds. That doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing. Because you also got to think, a big part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pay to win. Okay? You could be the best duelist in the world and have the shittiest cards, and you won't stand a chance. Okay? I'm sorry, it's just the cold hard fact. You need to pump the money into those high-end cards. Now, unfortunately, okay, I want to say it's at least 90% the high-end cards. You can get around the high-end cards on budget decks, but that you got to be people like me who know how to do it. Great, like I said, I've never had a YCS or Nats top, or YCS or regional top, or been to Nats or Worlds. But you also got to think, I don't go to a whole hell of a lot of them. Okay, like I said earlier, I'm a single dad. I have a full-time job. I work 40 to 50 hours every week, and I rarely ever get a weekend off. So if I get a chance to go to regionals, I do. Unfortunately, there are no YCS events anywhere near where I'm at. I'm not going to tell you because that's a little bit too much personal information. Well, actually, I'll tell you the state. I'm in Oklahoma. Okay, that's the state I'm in. There aren't hardly ever any YCS events anywhere close to where I'm at in Oklahoma. So going to YCS is a little bit difficult for me, but I do go to as many regionals as I can. But like I said, I don't always get to go to them because being an assistant store manager, I usually don't get very many weekends off. And when I do, I usually spend them with Despot 000. So me not having a regional top isn't because I'm not good. It's because I just don't go to them very much. But anyway, I digress. Like I said, 10,000 hours. 40 hours a week, 5 years. That's what it takes to become an expert on this game. And as a YugiTuber, you can't just get on YouTuber and get on YouTube and start talking and expect people to take your opinion seriously. You actually have to know what you're talking about. You actually have to be into the game. You have to put forth that work and that effort into the game in order to get to that expert level, to become an expert on your game. Now, Nyhmnim, I think what Nyhmnim was essentially trying to say, and I'm not saying this is what he's trying to say. I think he was trying to say that because we don't have a YCS top or a regional top, you really shouldn't listen to us. Well, no, that's not entirely true, and I'm not trying to tell you this just so you're required to listen to us. I'm telling you as cold hard fact. Yeah, we may not have a YCS top, we may not have a regional top, we may not have ever won Nats or Worlds, but we actually do know what we're talking about, at least the vast majority of us. I would at least like to think the big names like Mega Capital G and Glasgow and Team APS and Yu-GiOh. Well, Yu-GiOh, I full well know that he knows what he's fucking talking about. He has several tops, or at least several. No, he's gotten his invite to Nats several times. But anyway, like I was saying, they know what they're doing. They've been in the game for a while, just like me. We know what we're doing. We've been in this game for a while, for a long ass fucking time. And yeah, some people are like Team APS. I know for a fact. I actually met Tyrell from Team APS once, and me and him got into talking. And I asked him, have you ever gotten an invite to Nats? And he flat out told me, no man, I've never gotten an invite to Nats. And when I asked him why, he said, well, I've never wanted to. I enjoy playing the game for the enjoyment of it. The whole top competitive scene, that's just too competitive for me. There's too much hate in the game without when you get up to that level. And I agree. Me, I do enjoy playing the game, but I honestly don't mind that fucking bullshit. I don't mind the competitive bullshit because I'm the exact same way. But I do enjoy playing the game. I like playing it just for the enjoyment of it as well. And that's what a lot of YugiTubers do. You know, we play the game for the enjoyment. You know, it doesn't. You know, and because of that, we have to know what we're doing. You know, you can't enjoy a game if you don't know the rules or how the game works. You know, but anyway, I will leave the link to Dr. Anders Ericsson's work in the description box below. Also, I will see if I can't get the links for the videos I referenced, GlasgowYGOs and Nyhmnims and Mega Capital G's. Oh, that reminds me, I didn't talk about Mega Capital G at all. Anyway, but I'm going to see if I can't get those links in the description box below. But I think I've rambled on enough, and I think I've made my point very clear. So anyway, as always, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel. As always, leave your comments in the section below. Make sure you get your friends, family, everybody you know who enjoys this game or just likes watching YugiTubers onto this channel and subscribe to this channel. My birthday is May 29th. That is 6 days away, guys. 6 days. I am only at 51 subscribers. I need 49 more to meet my goal of 100 subscribers by May 29th. I could use your help doing that. I do everything I can. I post links to my videos on Yu-GiOh players and Zodiac Duelist. Anytime I duel somebody on dueling networks or dueling book, I tell them about my channel. Anytime I go to a regional or anything like that, you know, I promote my channel like crazy. But I could use you guys' help to get my channel up to the 100 subscriber mark that I want by May 29th. And if I can do that, if I get the 100 subscriber marks, I will do a 100 subscriber video, and I will be giving away 3 packs of the most recent set. I think that is Maximum Crisis, I think is the most recent set. Yeah, okay, yeah, I will give away 3 packs of Maximum Crisis if I can reach that 100 video or 100 subscriber mark. So, if you want 3 free packs of Maximum Crisis, then, you know, give me those subscribers, okay? And the way that is going to work is once I reach 100 subscribers, I will do a 100 subscriber video, and I will describe how you can win in that video. But anyway, until next time, this is Harpy189 and the voices in my head, signing off.
Take a shot at me, running side by side. It's a blur as I go by. I can hear you breathing, I can see you coming, I can feel the wind that's blowing me around. See the sun arising,